You are witnessing the intimate portrait of a young Central Ohio denizen. To protect his anonymity, we will call him Russell H. At the 51st minute and 11th second of every hour, he performed the meticulous task of cleaning his toilet bowl. At the top of each hour, he measured every parallelogram in sight, making sure it met every other parallelogram, wall and countertop in the house at a 90-degree angle. Every 2 minutes and 11 seconds, he would wash his hands. No judgments will be made here, but perhaps with the right questions, an answer to the mystery of this bedeviled mind can be found. What would drive an otherwise normal human being to this behavior? And why, in God's name, does he have so many eggs? We went to Russ's friends and associates to find out. What are the first words that pop into your mind when you think of Russ?
Egghead. Egghead.
Toys.
Cheese grater.
I would definitely call Rusty a liar, yes.
Batman.
Egghead.
Bart Simpson.
Egghead.
Liar.
Charlie Brown.
Egghead.
An alien.
Egghead.
Well, you know, the funny thing is, he doesn't always have to be, everything doesn't always have to be clean. A lot of people are just OCD, they want to make sure everything is all neat and orderly at all times. Rusty has the capability of living in his own filth if he needs to, but then sometimes something just flips. A trigger just switches in his head. It happened actually at Washington Place, was a house that, or an apartment complex he used to live in. And it started there, where, you know, you come in one day and the place would be, just stuff would be laying around, and it looked like a hurricane had blown through. And then the next, the next week, you wouldn't have seen or heard from him for a while. And then you come over and the place would be absolutely immaculate.
You know, it's not that he's excessively clean or excessively dirty. There's just this real divide between the two. His stuff is either a complete and total mess, or it's spotless clean, and he can't sort of exist in a nice little in-between. It's probably because he's a Pisces.
All right, well, I can only tell the story as I know it. I knew Russ back in the Washington Place days, but I didn't see the apartment, so I can't really relay. You might want to have to ask someone else, but I can only say what I've known the last 6-7 years, and it's been getting worse and worse. The most recent example, of course, being the infamous cleaning of the basement. I can only say, wow, like, you know, wow, a basement. I mean, you gotta be kidding me. A basement? Come on now.
The first time I met Rusty, my first impression of him was egghead. Egghead.
Well, we went to the same school over at ITD Tech. Now, at school, he seemed like your average Joe, but I kind of found it odd after we started hanging out a little bit that he invited me over to his house, and I came over, and I thought it was kind of weird how he had the camera pointed towards the bed. So then my impressions of him kind of went to more of like an old man pervert.
He's an artist, and he has a lot of artist friends, and they go and they'll do things that normal people would never consider. One such occasion, they decided that they needed a skeleton of a lizard.
It was pretty torn up, but it still had a lot of flesh on it. So I thought, well, Rusty will be able to fix my problem. So I knocked on his door and probably woke him up at 3 in the afternoon and pulled out an iguana and said, can you cook this for me? Can you boil it in a pot and get the flesh off it? And he said, sure, come on in. As if he'd done it before, which was kind of weird.
Well, I had seen, I mean, I've known Rusty for a long time, and he had given me, I was out of town for a few months, and he had told me that he had started organizing things, and I knew that, you know, had been quite a project in the past. And when I came in, I mean, most of the stuff that was supposed to be laying around simply wasn't. Everything was clean, everything was in an order, and I knew it was definitely to a level that I hadn't seen before. Even talking to him, I've only been in town a few days, and he's told me about the scrap folio about 6 times. He's pretty impressed with this contraption. I mean, may I say crap folio? That's how interesting this thing is. He talks about how it's got like an accordion and it's clear plastic and he could put everything in it and it's all exciting. And he keeps talking this as if like it's his child or like it's something that he cares about. And, you know, anyway, it was a big deal. You could tell that he was excited that he found something, a container to put papers in.
Well, I'm no doctor, but that's OCD.
I'm expecting a story about this great girl that he met and that he's finally in love with. Oh no, the scrap folio.
Then you have the bathroom. He's rubbing and I mean, eventually he's just going to rub the enamel. He's just going to rub the enamel right off the sink. There's just no way, shape, or form. I mean, it's not even. I mean, there's civilized society, and then there's this. You know what I mean? There's clean and there's scary clean. This is scary clean. Okay. I mean, there's just no other way to describe it. It's scary. I can't even eat my food. I can't even eat my food. I'm sitting here. This is a week ago Tuesday. I swear to God, I'm getting off work, 8-hour shift. You know, I'm tired. I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since like dawn. I'm coming in. I eat my food. You know, I eat my little hamburger and my fries. The second I finish the last fry and put it in the trash bag, I put it on this table right here. This one right here. Yeah, the TV tray. It's sitting right next to me. I couldn't have had it done 30, 45 seconds. I want to say to the second it was 45 seconds. He couldn't wait a 46th second or a full minute. Oh no, 45 seconds. And he grabs the table, he throws away my food, folds the bag neatly, and tapes it before he throws it in the trash can. And then he puts the damn thing, you know, he folds up the friggin' TV tray and he puts it back by the fridge. As if none of this had ever, like I was never here. He starts getting his feather duster and he's polishing my shoes. Like, what the hell's wrong? I'm not giving you a nickel. I'm just sitting in your home. I'm a guest here. It's a point where it's rude. You know, it's insulting. I can't even live my life anymore. I thought we were friends, and it's like I'm like his bean bag. You know, I don't even know what the hell's going on here. It's just, you know, you really can't even. I mean, even now, as I speak, it's just one of these things where I can't go on, and my life, you know, I got enough to deal with without having to be cleaned and prepped all over. I will not be filed, stacked, indexed, briefed, debriefed, or numbered.